girls, welcome back to another art lesson with me, Ms.Wich. And what we're going to be working on next is another element of art. So far we've learned about lines and then we've learned about shapes. Now we're going to move on to the element of color. And when we talk about color, there's all different kinds of color groupings. So we actually have done this back in class, and we did this actually too during remote learning. If you were doing remote with me last year, we did a found color wheel. So we're going to do that again, except this time we're going to be drawing our color wheel. And actually you can start doing your color wheel with three very important colors. Now, those three important colors, like I've been teaching you since kindergarten, are called the primary colors. And primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. As long as you have those three colors, you can make any other color in the rainbow. And actually what we're going to do is make our color wheel, which is what I have here as an example. We're going to be making our own color wheel and starting with the primary colors. Then only using the primary colors, we're going to create our second group, which is called the secondary colors. So we're going to have that full color wheel, and then we're going to add on from there, because in each grade we learn a new color group. So let's get started with our color wheel and our primary and secondary colors first. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do when we are making our color wheel is start off, like you see here, our three primary colors, which is the start of every color wheel. So I have my red, my yellow, my blue. And you can actually see too, as the lines connect, it kind of looks like a triangle. So what I want you to do first is make your three circles along with me, and you're going to make them a little bit bigger. They're going to be bigger because I want you to understand that they are the first group of colors, primary colors. So first I need you to take, again, your letter C curve, stop, go back up to the top, backward C curve, because that is how you're going to get your most perfect circle, line by line. Make your first circle at the top. This is where we're going to color in red. Okay? So then you could take your crayon. If you have colored pencils, you could do this with color pencils as well, or even if you want to use markers, that's fine too. So you're going to take it and you're going to color this in red. And as you color it, I want you to be very careful not to just scribble, but I want you to follow the shape. So the shape is a curve of the circle, so you should be going in a curved direction. So I want you to go and color this in, okay, going around. And I'm just being careful not to get up to my black marker. And again, this is taking me a little longer because I am drawing really big on the board. It'll take you it'll be a lot quicker. Okay, and you're going to come around. And just for future, as you're coloring, always when you color, when you follow the shape of your object, it will take on that shape and look more realistic. So this will end up looking more round because I am going in that curved direction. Now, because I'm also doing this on the whiteboard, it may not come out as nice and neat, and I still have some white spots, but when you color yours in, you're gonna have it fully colored in nice and neat. Okay, so we start off with our red. I want you to come down on a diagonal, and you're going to put your second circle. This is where you're going to put in yellow now. So again, take your crayon, and I want you to color this in yellow, nice and neat, in that curved direction. Okay. Again, spiral it around. And I'm not doing my very best because I don't want to make this video too long, so I am going a little bit quicker. Okay, now you need your third circle for your third primary color. That circle is going to come over here on this side. So horizontal across, and again, curve, curve. It's a little bit high, sorry, a little bit high there. Okay, and now that is where you're going to put in your blue. Blue is the third primary. And again, boys and girls, please do this a little bit neater than what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get this done for you quickly. Okay, so we have our 3. If you'd like to even connect them with a diagonal line or horizontal line, that's fine too. So you know that these are, actually that's what I want you to do. Definitely want you to connect them. And along this line right here, I want you to write that these are primary. P-R-I-M-A-R-Y. So you know that these 3 colors touching those lines are the primary colors. Now, we're going to move on and we're going to create the secondary colors. My secondary colors now come in between. They are the second colors. So I have told you in the past that when you take one primary, okay, one primary color, and you add it with another primary color, okay, so a primary plus a primary, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So now we are getting our secondary group, all right? And our secondary group now is going to be the colors from the primary. So if I take my primary color red and I add it with my primary color yellow, red and yellow are going to make a new color, a secondary color, which is going to be, anybody? Orange. So over here in the middle of red and yellow, it's going to be a little bit smaller circle, not as big as this one, but don't make it too teeny tiny. We are going to make another circle here, like so, and red and yellow are going to make orange. So here's what I want you to do. I'm not going to be able to do this with my marker because marker is going to overlap, okay, and it's not going to really mix. But I want you to take your, actually you're going to start off with yellow first. So you are going to start with yellow and you're going to put yellow in this circle, okay? After you put in the yellow, I want you to take your red. Yellow comes up, red comes down. When the red and the yellow mix, okay, you're going to mix this up and you're going to see this happen on your paper better than my smartboard and marker here. But as you mix them up, it's going to turn into orange as long as you blend your colors nice and neat, okay? So you are going to get the orange secondary color in the middle here, okay? So I want you to go and do your secondary color. Next, yellow and blue. In the middle of yellow and blue, again, you start off with your lighter color. You're going to start off with the yellow. Make sure it's in the middle of the 2 of them. And make sure you have some space over here as well. You don't want to put it too close. You want to balance this out and have it nice and even. So you're going to take your yellow and then you're going to take your blue. Now blue is a very dark color. It's more bold and stronger. So you don't want to press too hard with your blue because it is a darker color. So very lightly go on top of the yellow with your blue. And then you're going to see that change happening, that when you start to mix yellow and blue, you're going to get green. Okay, and you're going to color this circle, yellow and blue, make green. So you're going to color that in. Okay, like so. Okay. And finally, the last secondary color that we're going to make is in between red and blue. Red and blue make a new color, which is purple, or we also say violet sometimes. So I need to start with my lighter color, and in this case, the lighter color out of red and blue is red. So I want you to put your red in first. And then you're going to add the blue on top. Again, blue is dark, so don't press too hard. And when you mix up the red and the blue, you will see your purple or your violet happening. Okay, and you're going to color that in like so. And now we have our second group of colors, which are the secondary. I want you to go back with your pencil and we're going to connect those as well. So my purple is going to connect to my orange, orange is going to come down to my green, and green is going to go up to purple. And along this line that we connected going across the the orange and the purple, you're going to write secondary. Now you could also write it a little bit smaller, so you know that your secondary isn't as big as the primary word, okay? And there we go. We have the first part of our color wheel. We're going to go now and start talking about the different color groupings within this color wheel. Okay, so second graders, what I want to talk about with you first, after creating our color wheel, now let's look at this color wheel. So we already talked about the two color groups, primary and secondary colors, but now I have these 6 colors and I could arrange them in different groupings. For second grade, we need to know about a group of colors that give you a feeling. Colors give you feelings in your mood. Like if I said, what color comes to your mind when you're happy? You might say yellow. If I ask you, what's a color that you would use to show that you are sad? You might say blue. So there are colors that set the mood, but colors also give you a feeling. And the next 2 color groups that we're going to talk about is colors that give a feeling of being warm. So here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to close your eyes and use your imagination for a second. I want you to imagine sitting in front of a fire, okay? You're outside at a fire roasting marshmallows, and you get a little too close because you feel the warmth of that fire, okay? But you look at it, you sit back and you look at the colors that are blazing. Or imagine being in a desert, a hot desert, and the sun is beating down on you as you walk on that hot sand, okay? So open your eyes now, and I want you to tell me, or think about, you can't really tell me, but the colors that came to your mind. When I talk about things giving you a warm feeling, or maybe even hot, I know we might say hot, but this color group is called the warm colors. The 3 colors out of this color wheel should be red, orange, and yellow. Okay, the hot sun, the orange sandy desert, maybe you see the orange and the red and the blaze of the fire when I was telling you to imagine those things. So when we talk about this side, I'm going to divide my color wheel in half now. When I talk about these colors, red, orange, and yellow, it's in a whole new group. And these are called the warm colors. Okay, so don't tell me that warm colors are primary colors. No, that's a whole different group, okay? Warm colors consist of red and yellow, which are the primary colors, but we also have orange in there, and orange is our secondary. So it's a whole new group. We have the warm colors. Now, on the other side of this, close your eyes again though. Close your eyes and use your imagination one more time. I want you to imagine being in a rainforest. Okay, you're in this jungle and you look up at the top of the trees and you can't even see the sun because the canopy of the trees is blocking it. It gives you a nice cool shade. Or imagine being in Antarctica and it's so freezing cold. You're in this boat and you lean out and you go to touch the blue icy waters and you fall into the water. And it's so cold that your lips change colors. Okay, now open your eyes. The colors that should have came to your mind now when I'm talking about cool shade or icy blue waters or even being so cold that your lips changed are the other side of my color wheel. The purple, the blue, and the green. This gave you a different feeling. This gave you the feeling of being cool or cold. But we like to say this color group's name is now called the cool colors. Okay? So cool colors are on this side, purple, blue, and green. And on the other side again, warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. So I want you to put this on your color wheel as well. I want you to divide it in half, and I want you to put that these are the cool colors and these are the warm colors. And now we'll be ready for our actual project using warm and cool colors. Second graders, what you only need to do though this week is just create that color wheel, okay? All you have to do for your project this week is to create the color wheel and make your primary, secondary colors, divide it in half, and label your warm and cool color group. And that's it for this week. And then the following week, I'll tell you what the project is with using our warm and cool colors. Okay, bye everyone.